Alright, here we go. I should be live right now and all of that. Alright, hang on. Alright, so I've got a blank screen at the moment. I'm just firing up the game. As long as it works for the live stream, I'm hoping to get it in there. Because it says I can do it in full screen. As long as the game's in, or the app's in full screen, it should load up Shadow of the Templars. I don't know whether to do the director's cut, which I have, which is a lot better quality, or maybe do the original one, because I've got both the original version, or the or maybe yeah, the original or the Shadow of the Templars director's cut. Because I'm not too sure what they have in the Shadow of the Templars director's cut. If it means it's like a direct cut. If that's what it means, direct cut. Should be a lot better quality though. And it should be. Right, let's kick it in. Let's have a look, see if anything comes up. Options, screen resolution. Can I go full screen? Shadows of the Templars. Now it should be kicking in. In 3, 2, 1. Is it going to be full screen? Don't think it is for some reason. It's an original. Actually, no, that's right. Yeah, so for some reason, and let me fire that back up with another one. Actually, try the other one a sec. I'll try the original one. Actually, play original version. Play. Hang on, have I got that on? Hang on. I just want to make sure that I haven't turned off any of my bloody things as a game capture. Hang on. Ah, no, so it should be fine. So I don't know why it's not on. Play program, sword, original. We'll try the original, because that should be full screen. See if that comes popping up.
Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium.
If not, I might have
the
to
city
try
holds many memories for me.
Snapshot.
Cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
I got has got a picture on it, but not on the actual stream itself. Give me a sec. So I'm going to game capture. Specific window capture. Foreground specific window. So I've got the sound through, so you can hear the sound, but no bloody picture for some reason. Hang on, right, game, window capture.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
That's Steam. Microsoft, no, it's not that. I don't know that one. Window capture. Because it's normally game capture, so you capture the game. Capture full screen. What about now? Let's try now, see if anything happens. Come on. Is this gonna work? With nothing on the bloody blank screen. Alright, hang on. Alright, let me try some a second. Game capture. Specific window. Oh. See if that works. Not a zilch. Right, what happens if I just reload it back in a second then? Just reload this flipping game back up. Let's go back in with Steam. Do the original one because that's full screen. The original one seems to be.
Paris in the fall.
I've got it basically
the last months
direct
of the
through
year
that game.
and the
so
end
it
of the
should
millennium.
Theoretically pop up.
The city holds many memories for me. Of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
to screen. There we go. That should.
As I picked myself up,
screen.
all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me.
Let me just reload that set. I think I might have fixed the bloody problem. So instead, right, so what I've done for the capture, so we've got the source. No source selected for some reason. So what we'll do, we'll go display capture, we'll lock that in. And because we've got the full screen here, display 3840 2160. We're going to go back to play this and reload this up and see if this comes through. Play original, because I've got two versions of this game. Got the Shadow of the Director's Cut, but it seems the full screen on it doesn't seem to work on the Director's Cut, so we'll play the original. And this should pop up the screen for both of us all now.
Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Let's see if this works now. There we go. Got it. This, guys and girls, is a classic. We treat it today with a classic. Thing on the screen itself. It should be fine.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me, but the explosion was to change my life forever. The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
So he's like sort of an investigator, but this is games going back from 1996. So obviously the graphics ain't going to be good, but I mean it's a classic in itself.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened. I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right. It was the body of the old man. It was hard to believe I'd seen him alive only minutes before. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets.
Thought he was gonna
No
rob him or
wallet, no
something.
papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page. I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
Alright, here we go.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Of course not. I didn't want an hysterical French girl on my hands. At least, not right now. Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
How did the old man behave?
Well, agitated. He kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having an affair. He had that look about him, like a guilty husband.
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that horrible tune he played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either. Did the clown speak to the old man?
No, he just laughed at him. Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
I remember playing this game back like in the 90s on the PlayStation 1 because it used to have like the triple pack. It used to have like, I think it was Broken Sword. Then they had Road Rash on it, and then there was some other game. But I didn't really get into PC gaming back then.
There was nothing of interest. I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
I finished the one with the cat jumps out. Classic jump scares.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
This is one where we've got to basically find a wrench or something to actually try and like open that sewers up.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant Moo. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche. What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
Now holding his breath. He's dead.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side.
The bright
Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death.
Feigning death.
However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can. Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
Great soundtrack.
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon. The card read, Augustin Rosso, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery. It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
One of the all-time greatest classic point-and-click games.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess. Take a look at this.
Hey! You're a cop?
Don't shout about it. I'm working undercover.
Who are you looking for?
That's confidential. Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Quelle bite. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this! Damn bleeding heart liberals! Tja! Save the dolphins, catch them and eat them, I say! All that fuss over a bunch of fish! Nah, that's more like it! Look at the size of those! Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Salah-ed-Din running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend! Bucephalus reborn, mon ami! Like a streak of lightning she is! Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put some money on that nag.
I'd found just what I wanted. A tool for lifting manhole covers.
Tool for lifting manholes. Right, so we'll go down this manhole. Got to go down this manhole thing here. About 2 minutes. 2 seconds.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer. As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
Intended to do what?
It was the clown's red nose. The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words, La Risée du Monde, Paris. The card read, Augustin Rousseau, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery.
Cemetery.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers. I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike. Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back, and now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there, immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu, that is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha,